Okay, I am going to talk to you about a band called Pumpkin Witch. And this is a band that is extremely important to me, not only for the Halloween season being pretty much my favorite Halloween band, but also just in general in my love of music, my love of horror, my love of Halloween in particular, all of those things in particular. This is Pumpkin Witch. Now, I'm going to show you their entire discography on vinyl minus their newest album. Their newest album is only available on cassette right now and digitally. It was just released last week, and you can easily find it on their Bandcamp site as well as iTunes. And you can pick up the cassette if it's still available on their record label, Death Bomb Arc. Anyways, let's get into talking about them just a little bit. This is Pumpkin Witch. This is one of their albums here. Some glare. This is beautiful. Final Strike of the Pumpkin Witch. And you can get a gander here at this vinyl. And you can see A Night of Fright for the Panicked Townspeople, A Dark October, Midnight Witch Hunt, Full Moon in the Mist, Chased by the Shadows of Autumn, Final Journey into the Witch's Wood. Now, I just gave you a couple song titles from this album, Final Strike. And inside here, what's special about this, you get to see some beautiful artwork, but you get to see the three band members' names. It's really the only time you got pictures like this of the band in any of the albums. Maybe in the new one they'll have it, I don't know. But the three band members are the Disgraced Scientist, the Vampire Tyrant, and Haunter of Darkened Forests. Now these three people are anonymous. Okay, nobody knows who they are. And I like it that way. It's the complete opposite of our pop culture world. There is no image because you don't know who they are. Final Strike of the Pumpkin Witch. Now, this is one that, this is out of order, by the way, right? Who cares? This is The Return of the Pumpkin Witch. This is the one that came before the newest one. They release their albums during the month of October, and they don't do it every year. Okay, it's been 2 years since this album, The Return of the Pumpkin Witch. Okay. I'm going to look at some of the song titles here. You can look at that artwork. Stalked through the shadowy vapor. Black clouds gather once more. Skeleton keys and trembling hands. Ectoplasmic refraction. Those crows are up to something. Wandering the moonlit manor. Mournful howls echo across the land. They roam the night, stalked through the shadowy vapor. Did I already say that? Beautiful titles. Don't worry, I'm gonna briefly tell you about what their music sounds like too. But I first just wanted to kind of show you their albums. This is Hovel of the Pumpkin Witch. All right. I'm not just showing you their albums and their song titles and their artwork, but there's a reason why I'm doing this. And it's because nobody else sounds like them or is like them. This is the back. Coven of the Cemetery. Night Falls in the Hovel of the Pumpkin Witch. Monstrous Gourd Abomination. Let's look here. Cruel Spell of the Pumpkin Witch. Wrath of the Skeleton King. The Patchwork Monster. Coven of the Cemetery. This beautiful artwork with a knife and got the scary pumpkin, the nice pumpkin. And the record label has, it says made in Czech Republic, but the record label is actually, I believe, man, are they from Philadelphia, the record label? Death Bomb Arc? Anyways. And here's the last one, other than the brand new one, which you can find on Bandcamp. Right. In the Frightful Gaze of the Pumpkin Witch. The newest album, by the way, is the only album that doesn't have Pumpkin Witch in the title, I believe. Right? I think so. And I'm real professional here. So, okay, here's the back. Look at this. Look at this. Ghastly whispers from beyond, terror from the funeral fog, fiendish grave robbers, hunted by three dark figures, swamp of nightmares, dissipation of evil magic, in the frightful gaze of the Pumpkin Witch. Oh, terror from the funeral fog. So what do they sound like? I'm going to keep it on this image here. Pumpkin Witch is instrumental. They do have some movie samples sometimes. They're an instrumental band that is atmosphere to me. Mystery. The unknown. It's like walking outside by yourself on a fall night. Halloween is in the air, and this is the soundtrack. It's not cool. It's not poppy. It's not, it's not normal sounding. It's atmosphere. Atmospheric. Almost literally, if you took the candles of Halloween and put them into musical form. It is very mysterious, very spooky, very creepy, very scary, very dark. But there's also emotion in it. You heard what I said. There's also emotion in it. Now, the styles, they're kind of grouped into a bunch of underground styles. Underground. It'd be too easy to say, oh, electronic. No. There's a couple underground music styles that they are kind of playing with, but never totally worshiping. You have a dungeon synth. You have something called phonk, P-H-O-N-K. They've even been experimenting, especially on their newest album, with actual beats, with actual bass beats. And that's not something that has been typical, but they have flirted with it throughout their discography. On the newest album, it's like the newest album is almost a meld of everything and then some. Okay. You might hear it sounds like a soundtrack, but it almost sounds too creepy, too mysterious, too experimental, too raw to be a soundtrack. If that makes sense to you. There's really nothing else much like it. Check them out. It's hard for me to put it into words, folks. You can find Pumpkin Witch on Bandcamp. You can find them on iTunes. You can actually go on YouTube, and I think they have all the songs on their YouTube also. And this is the record label where you can find some merchandise from them. I did buy a t-shirt and a sweatshirt. deathbombarc.com, right there. Pumpkin Witch. Do you want Halloween in musical form? Well, this is probably going to be something that would do it for you. It is, you can almost smell the music. It's something. It's, Halloween night horror, a fire, a video game.